Attention passionate Cleveland, BROWNS FANS. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Cleveland Browns' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Cleveland Browns fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Cleveland, BROWNS FANS. Let's get to the news. It's no secret that the Cleveland Browns have been navigating a complex and somewhat uncertain quarterback situation as we head into this crucial season. For Browns fans, the last few weeks have been a whirlwind of speculation, hope, and strategic planning. The team has managed to resolve some of the immediate questions at quarterback, but as we all know, in the NFL, nothing is ever set in stone until the games start and the season unfolds. So, what exactly is the current state of the Browns' quarterback room? Well, Joe Flacco is officially the starter, and that decision has sparked plenty of discussion among fans and analysts alike. Flacco brings veteran stability, experience, and a calm presence that Kevin Stefanski, the head coach, clearly values. But the reality is, he's not the long-term answer for a franchise that is always aiming higher, especially with aspirations of deep playoff runs and a potential Super Bowl appearance. Dillon Gabriel, the young and promising quarterback, sits at the QB2 spot, but make no mistake, he's not just a backup for the sake of having a veteran behind Flacco. Gabriel has shown flashes of talent and has been gaining ground in the offseason and training camp, positioning himself as a real threat to Flacco's hold on the starting role should things go sideways early on. And that's a critical point because the Browns aren't just looking to get through the season, they're eyeing the future, and they want a quarterback who can grow into a true franchise leader. Then there's Shedeur Sanders, the rookie out of Colorado, who's starting the campaign as the third-string quarterback. It's interesting how quickly his role has evolved. Up until recently, Sanders was QB4 on the depth chart, but after the Browns traded Kenny Pickett to the Las Vegas Raiders, Sanders moved up into the QB3 spot by default, and now he's a player to watch. While he might not be the immediate starter, the coaching staff has made it clear they want to develop him, and he's likely to see some action this season, whether in mop-up roles or special packages designed to get his feet wet in the NFL. But here's the really intriguing part. The Browns have a serious opportunity ahead of them come April. Cleveland owns its own first-round pick, as well as the Jacksonville Jaguars' first-round pick, which means the team could have a significant say in who they bring in as their future franchise quarterback. This is a rare position of strength, especially considering the quarterback class projected for the 2026 NFL Draft. There could be 2, maybe even 3, top-tier quarterbacks available that could reshape the landscape of the league. And Cleveland, with their current assets, might be in a prime position to make a bold move, whether that's through the draft or via a trade before the mid-season deadline in November. Now, this is where things get really interesting. The Browns are sitting at a crossroads, especially with the situation surrounding Anthony Richardson, the former number 4 overall pick of the Indianapolis Colts. Richardson's time in Indianapolis has been tumultuous. The Colts decided to sideline him ahead of his third year, favoring Daniel Jones instead, which understandably has left Richardson eager for a change of scenery. Reports from ESPN's Dan Graziano indicate that Richardson's agent, Derek Jackson, recently met with Colts GM Chris Ballard to discuss the situation. While the meeting was described as very constructive and not explicitly a trade request, it's clear that Richardson's camp is exploring options. The relationship between Richardson and the Colts seems strained at best, especially after Jackson publicly questioned the trust in the organization following Richardson losing the starting job to Jones. And let's be honest, Richardson's physical talent is undeniable. He's got the kind of athleticism that's rare in the league, elite arm strength, mobility, and potential that, if developed properly, could make him a franchise quarterback for years to come. But the big question mark has always been health and consistency. He's struggled to stay healthy, and up until now, he hasn't quite put it all together in terms of development. Cleveland's Kevin Stefanski is renowned for his ability to develop quarterbacks, and that's where the Browns might see an opportunity. If they decide to trade Sanders, who is still unproven but has shown potential. They could potentially package him with a late-round pick to acquire someone like Richardson, who could be a major upgrade if he's healthy and in the right environment. The Browns are also looking ahead to the financial side of things. Richardson's rookie deal is worth around $34 million, with a cap hit of about $9.2 million in 2025 and $10.8 million in 2026. That kind of financial flexibility, combined with Cleveland's young core and the possibility of drafting Cade Klubnik, Garrett Nussmeier, or even Arch Manning if they land a top-3 pick, makes this offseason incredibly strategic. Imagine Cleveland with a top-10 pick, moving up into the top 3, selecting a quarterback who could be the face of the franchise for the next decade. That's not just wishful thinking, it's a real possibility if things fall into place. Of course, the Browns aren't just passively waiting for the draft. The trade market is always active, and with Richardson's current situation and the uncertainty surrounding Daniel Jones' performance in New York, Cleveland could be in a position to make a move. They might decide to send Sanders, who by all accounts is still a project, along with a mid-round pick, to a team like Indianapolis or another contender looking for a developmental quarterback. That trade could set the stage for Cleveland to have both Gabriel and Richardson on their roster at an affordable cost, giving them options and flexibility going into next season. And let's not forget, Cleveland's offensive coaching staff, led by Kevin Stefanski, has a proven track record of developing quarterbacks, from Case Keenum to his previous work with Kirk Cousins and others. The Browns' offensive scheme is designed to maximize a quarterback's strengths, and with the right development, Richardson could become a true game changer. Cleveland's front office is also aware of the importance of drafting well, especially at the quarterback position, which is arguably the most critical spot on the field. The potential to combine draft picks, trade assets, and development is what makes this offseason so exciting for Browns fans. Looking at the bigger picture, this quarterback situation is shaping up to be one of the most fascinating narratives of the NFL season. The Browns, historically known for their resilience and never giving up, are now poised to make some bold moves. Whether they stick with Flacco as the starter, give Gabriel a real shot, or swing for the fences with Richardson or a top draft pick, the team is clearly in a strategic phase. The front office and coaching staff seem to understand that this season isn't just about winning a few games. It's about setting the foundation for the future, building a roster that can contend for a Super Bowl in the next few years. And what about the fans? Well, Browns fans are some of the most passionate in the league. They've endured heartbreak, disappointment, and rebuilds, but their optimism never fades. This offseason, with all the potential moves and the possible drafting of a future franchise quarterback, has reinvigorated the fan base. The anticipation of seeing how Cleveland navigates this quarterback puzzle, whether through the draft, trades, or development, is exactly what makes following this team so exciting. Every rumor, every report, every game is a piece of a larger puzzle, and fans are eager to see how it all comes together. In conclusion, the Cleveland Browns are in a unique position right now. They have a veteran starter in Flacco, a promising young quarterback in Gabriel, and a rookie in Sanders who could develop into something more. Meanwhile, the looming 2026 draft and the possibility of acquiring a top-tier quarterback like Richardson or a similar talent make this offseason one of the most pivotal in recent franchise history. The team's front office is clearly thinking ahead, balancing immediate needs with long-term plans. The potential for trades, draft picks, and strategic signings means Browns fans should stay tuned because this story is far from over. This season could very well be the beginning of a new chapter, one that could propel Cleveland back into championship contention. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Cleveland Browns news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Cleveland Browns fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Do you believe the Browns should stick with Flacco for now and develop Gabriel? Or are you excited about the possibility of trading for Richardson or even drafting a new franchise QB next year? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion really matters to us and to the future of this team. Remember, I'll be back soon with more updates. So stay tuned for the latest Cleveland Browns news. because this season is shaping up to be one of the most exciting in recent memory. Thanks for watching, and as always, let's go Browns!